Wanted to give you a brief update on the investigation. In the last couple of weeks, I think we've made dramatic progress in answering some of the questions surrounding that July telephone call between President Trump and President Zelensky, in which the President of the United States sought to coerce a vulnerable ally into conducting, I think, what can best be described as sham investigations involving his opponent and involving a debunked conspiracy theory about the 2016 election. We have learned that call was not in isolation. There was a great deal of preparatory work that was done before the call. There was a lot of follow-up work that was done after the call. And we have learned much of this thanks to the courageous testimony of State Department officials who have been put in an impossible situation by the administration, and that is urged not to comply with the law, urged not to comply with a lawful subpoena by the U.S. Congress, and they are doing their duty. And people should make no mistake about that. They are doing exactly what they are required to do. And I think showing enormous courage. And I think we owe a great debt of gratitude to public servants like Ambassador Yovanovitch, who had to endure so many false smears on her character, and has continued to show the courage to come forward and speak to our committees. And we are also learning a great deal on the issue of conditionality. That is the effort to condition a White House meeting that was desperately sought by the Ukraine president in order to get a commitment from that president to do these political investigations on behalf of the president of the United States. So we are learning a lot about the conditionality of that meeting, and I want to underscore just how important that meeting was for Ukraine. It is, I think, at the very top ask of most countries to have a meeting with the President of the United States, but this is most particularly true for a country that has been invaded by its neighbor, Russia, that is in the midst of still a very hot conflict that is dependent on us economically, politically, diplomatically, militarily, to show that the new president had a good relationship with the President of the United States. And so that gave enormous leverage to President Trump to coerce what he wanted from the president of Ukraine. And what is so damaging about this is at the very time the State Department is trying to urge Ukraine to follow the rule of law, you have the President of the United States urging that president to engage in political investigations. You could not have a message more contradictory to that of the State Department than that we saw in that call.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.